Hey everybody, my name's Yvonne Villarreal and I cover TV for the LA Times. And on today's Emmy Contender Chat, we're talking to Sam Heughan, who plays the Scottish warrior, Jamie Fraser, in the Starz drama Outlander. Hey Jamie, thanks for, look, I'm calling you Jamie already.
That's a good sign, isn't it?
It is, Sam. Thanks for joining us. We're starting off a little bit late. You were off at the studio. So can we maybe say, I think we need to have you sing for the fans or show your kilt or something for all the fans that have waited.
Yeah, I feel bad, but I'm not wearing my kilt at the moment. I'm really sorry. And my singing voice, I don't think I want to subject anyone to that. My singing voice is as bad as Jamie's.
Well, I just want to give the fans a heads up. You know, we are talking to Sam via Skype or a video conferencing system. So if things do get a little wobbly or if we lose him, bear with us as we try to get him back. Hopefully it'll stop during an image of him and not me. So at least you have that to deal with. And we'll be taking some of your questions. We can't get to all of them because there were so many, but we'll get to as many as possible.
Right.
Yeah. Sam, are you used to doing all this Skype stuff?
I mean, we've tried a lot. It seems to be Skype in my particular area in Scotland. It seems to work intermittently, which is a bit of a challenge. But yeah, recently we've done quite a few Skype meetings, which has been great.
Talk to us. I mean, you're already shooting season 2, and before we talked about this past season, what can we sort of expect? You're sort of in the thick of it right now.
We've just completed the first 3 episodes of the second season, and it's very different. It's we've gone to France. We pick up the story when basically Jamie and Claire have gone to France to stop the build-up to Culloden and the Jacobite rebellion. And there's definitely a hangover from season 1 of the events that happened, you know, towards the finale there. But it feels like a very new world where we're introduced to Paris, to Le Havre, the harbor there, and to all the characters they're in Diana's books. And yeah, it's like an alien world almost for these characters to sort of fit into, and they're finding their place within that world.
How is Scotland as a stand-in for Paris? Is it working out?
I'm not sure what the Parisians would say, but yeah, we had to shoot elsewhere because Paris now does not look like Paris in the 1700s or late 1700s. So we're doing a lot of studio work for the interiors. We've got some incredible sets. Last year the sets were magnificent. This year it's even bigger and better. Gary Steele, who's the set designer, and his team have done a fantastic job. And then we're going to shoot location work. We're away in Prague. And dare I say it, we're also shooting in England as well. So yeah, we're kind of all over this season.
Interesting. Well, and how was it jumping into this season after what emotional turmoil the finale was for your character, and maybe for you too, having to go to that place? How was it sort of picking up? Did you find it difficult or easy?
It's a really good question. It's we had a break of about 6 months. Where it was a good time to sort of decompress, but we did a lot of talking about the show. You know, there's a lot of press that you have to do, so you're never that far away from it. But then to revisit it, you know, I had to watch the episodes myself and just go back over where we were. And yeah, I kind of forgot how intense it was, and you know, quite how to what extreme that, you know, these characters went to. So it's been very much about finding where Jamie is, but also, you know, dealing with that, but also dealing with, you know, the present situation and the sort of mission that they're on. So it really does feel like a journey of discovery, this second season. It feels like we knew the characters and we know the characters, but yet they're moving on, they're moving forward. And they certainly won't be the same again after what happened to them.
Well, let's talk about, you know, where we sort of left off. They were, I mean, the last 2 episodes were very, very intense for your character. And it's my understanding that you block those, right? You shoot those sort of together in a way, like, and you have the same director on those. And it was a moment that people were sort of expecting, because obviously this is based on the books, but we got it in a way that, you know, it didn't happen in the books. It was from a different perspective. We saw more of it because we saw it happen versus him telling her about it, you know. So how was it for you sort of gearing up, knowing that it would eventually lead to this? And what sort of preparation did you have in getting to this place?
Yeah, correct. I mean, so the finale basically dealt with, you know, the sort of torture and subsequent rape of Jamie, but also, you know, coming to terms with that and sort of addressing that as well. And I knew it was part of the books. We knew it was going to come. It was going to come up. It was going to be featured within the season. And yeah, I was very aware, even from the starting and signing on to the show, that this was there. And I really, in a sort of strange way that actors do, looked forward to it and almost relished it, because it was a chance to go somewhere that, you know, you don't normally get to go, and to test myself. And I just feel very fortunate that we had a fantastic director in Anna Forster, who also did a couple of other episodes in the season. And then we sat down with Tobias Menzies, who's terrific as Blackjack Randall, for a good week or so, and we rehearsed the scenes. And it felt very much like a theatre piece, or, you know, something for stage. We both had done a lot of theatre, and that's felt like we had the same sort of language. You know, we had sort of had the same basis of how to approach this and what we wanted from the scenes. And yeah, with the writers and the producers and Ron, and basically we sort of set the parameters of what we wanted to do and what we wanted the audience to feel. And then I guess once you've set those parameters, you just have to go for it. And we block shot it, as you said. We shot it over about 2 weeks, 10 days, and pretty much just had to sort of stay in the zone and kind of go for it, which was rewarding, if that's the right word, but pretty terrifying as well.
And what was it like when you first saw how it was going to play out, when you first got the script and saw how detailed it was, or, you know, how much focus was on it? What were your thoughts when you finally saw it and had it in your hand?
Yeah, I think I was definitely looking forward to seeing, you know, how much it would feature and in what way as well. And also, you know, we talk a lot about violence or gratuity or intimate scenes in our show and other shows on TV, and we were all very aware that we didn't want it to be too gratuitous. We wanted it to move the characters forward and their relationship forward. So we almost blocked the arc of Jamie's breaking down and what Blackjack Randall's doing to him, and wanted to really plot, you know, the arc of Jamie losing himself and almost being recomputed or reprogrammed by Blackjack Randall. So for me, it was very important to find, you know, the point of when Jamie's most broken down, and then also to see him come out of that. And ultimately, I didn't really know. I didn't have all the answers. I didn't know quite how he would be affected. I think it's important to almost have a little bit left over where you just surprise yourself and see what happens, and yeah, and then just jump in feet first.
Well, and how was the scene sort of shot? Like, do you do this sort of segment all in as little it takes as possible? Do you break it up, or is the director trying to do it straight through? How was it sort of approached?
Yeah, I think I mean, the scenes are definitely sort of almost episodic in, you know, the sort of breaking down of Jamie and the torture, and to different levels. But then when we got to sort of the major scenes towards the end, Anna seemed to like just to run them, and I think it's important for an actor as well. Sometimes you just like to get a good run at something, and that can be very draining because you're in a scene, and the scenes can be, you know, maybe 7 minutes long, 10 minutes long scene. So it's pretty intense. But I think, you know, with a lot of coverage as well, you can get some really great stuff. And you know, there were definitely moments that we'd drop in on and try and pick up, but ultimately, yeah, they were great. They were very thoughtful for the actors and let us, you know, run through them. But I mean, there was an instance where we were doing the you know, the most brutal scene with Jamie, and I thought we were going to cut before the end, and we didn't. And I do remember feeling at that moment, you know, not just slightly out of control, and it was pretty terrifying, I think. And yeah, certainly it sort of all kind of helps in playing the character, I think, to put yourself there.
Well, and I know it's been